Hello.
What's up, brother?
Nice to meet you, man. We haven't talked before on live.
I know. It's nice to see you.
Hell yeah. What you been talking about on your live?
Well, I mean, Bitcoin over the weekend, kind of just hanging out at the same price. We're not seeing that crazy like weekend dip that we normally see. So, I mean, I wouldn't quite say that's bullish yet. It's just kind of, waiting. I mean, last week it was Monday and Tuesday that we really got slammed.
What do you think of a slow summer bouncing between 30 to 40K for all of July? What do you think of that?
I think that's very possible. At first when you asked that question, at first I was like, yeah, I think people are going to kind of get sick of crypto and walk away before too long. But I think that now there's so much price support at like 27, 30, 32 that even walking away would look like 32, 34. You know what I mean? Like that would be like what walking away is. It would just kind of stay there. So yeah, I mean, I think that's very possible. What about you?
I think it's very possible too. I think that's what we're actually going to do. I've been kind of betting on that since we went to 30K. But do you think 30K is the bottom of this? Like Blockchain Boy, I think he was saying 30K is the bottom.
I mean, I'm not really interested in predicting like exactly where the bottom is. I mean, my question more would be like, look, if you buy Bitcoin at 32 or 34 or 27 or 25, does it really matter? I mean, if we're going to 100, 200K, like that's the stuff I want to be talking about. Where's the trajectory of the market? Pablo is a lot more into, well, we're breaking out of this triangle and we're going to, drop down. Like that's not the way my brain works. My brain is like, what's crypto doing for the next like year? That's kind of where I think maybe that's why Pablo and I do well together on lives, because we have like kind of that different approach. What are your thoughts?
On what? Next trajectory of 1 year?
Well, I mean, I would say, do you have an opinion on if we're going below 30? And then also, like, what's your opinion on the next, like, 6 months?
Next 6 months, I think maybe in September, it's going to do the opposite of what BitBoy is saying. BitBoy is saying everything is basically over in September for some reason. I think it's going to do the exact opposite. And I think we actually have a lull period from now until then almost. But I'm not into the charts. Like you said, I'm long-term too. So I leave that up to the big boys. And I do consume it, of course, but it's not like I'm out here trading and trying to make money on these dips and all of that.
Yeah.
Why September? Why you said that?
I was just going to say, that's what I love about your content. Like, I notice on most of your videos, you like really zoom into the news, you zoom into like individual projects, but then every once in a while, like every 5 or 10 videos, you zoom way out and you're like, who knows what's going to happen with the crypto market? Like, you have like a very like realistic view. Like I every 5 or 10 videos, I just see you do this like huge zoom out, and I'm like, that's right on the money. Like, to just take a big picture perspective, not get too like obsessed. I mean, that's the problem with people who are like stock to flow religion. Like, it's like, come on, let's zoom out here. Like, there's so many other factors going on than just stock to flow. We can't just look at this one thing and just micromanage it,
Yeah, and that's definitely not planned. Like every 5 to 10 videos I'm zooming out. That's simply like how accurate my content is to what's going on in my mind. Because I'm zooming out every 5 to 10 days, just to keep me sane in this, because I'm out here consuming a lot of crypto. I've surrounded my entire life just like deep end. I'm like drowning at the bottom of the crypto pool right now. So it's very hard to be so in it, right? Like when you're so in it, it's hard to see from outside. Like I can't even walk into a grocery store and not be thinking about what is happening. And I know that I'm just letting my life be consumed by it. And I know I can control that. And I think I'm going to control how much my life is consumed by it. But yeah, that zoom out is just completely what I'm doing in my mind on camera. Like this content is so accurate to there's no, like, you too, your content, I see no, like, if I came up to you in real life, you're the exact same as you are on camera. There's no like special voice that you're putting on, or like different like no character, right? There's no you're just your character. You're not playing another character. So yeah, it's just super accurate to what's going on in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's funny because like back when you had like, I think like 230,000 followers, I actually started getting into your YouTube videos and stuff. And the whole time I was like, this guy is underrated. Like this guy needs to be seen more, you know? And I don't say that about a lot of people, to be completely honest. Like I'm, you know me, I'm happy to shred anything. I shredded XRP on a few videos. Like I hold nothing back. And then I log on to your account like a few weeks later and you have like double the followers. And I was like, who could have predicted this? I predicted this. Mason is underrated. Like he's going places. I mean,
But
I just think you have.
why? Like what about the YouTube made you think underrated?
You know, like I like your YouTube videos where you go on a walk. You're like often walking
Oh,
near like the Hedera, like what are the Hedera like vines, and you're like
I
just going on a walk. And I feel like it takes you like 5 or 10 minutes to kind of clear your head. Like you go on a walk, and then like by the time your video is like halfway done, I just feel like you just start spitting wisdom, and like you just start like it's right from the heart. You're not like BSing anybody. Like you're happy to say like, hey guys, I don't know where crypto's going, you know, long term, but this is what I'm thinking. And then your prediction of just like the market 3xing, to I don't know, when you were talking about, you know, this bull market being 3x and you were like right on the money. That's a really hard prediction to make. And I mean, I think that was that's kind of what I was thinking. I mean, I sold half my Bitcoin at 62,000. Like on a live stream a couple days ago, I showed people my trades. People were like, yeah, right. But it wasn't because I was some like Nostradamus, like future predicting guru. It was because if you just looked at the market, what the market was doing, it just made sense that there wasn't enough market cap, you know, new capital coming in to pump crypto from 1.5, 1.7 trillion dollars up to 3-4 trillion dollars all in the next few months. Like it just wasn't happening. There just wasn't that
yeah,
market cap flowing in, you know?
yeah. That 3x thing is like, it's a weird way to or a weird way to say it, like just the prices are just gonna 3x, because that's what I was saying, like all of these prices are just gonna 3x their all-time high basically. And well, I mean, Bitcoin, it was off by $4,000, and then Ethereum is like $100. So that's completely random. It was for a bullshit reason, completely BS reason. No technical nothing. No technical nothing. Complete fluke, honestly. But yeah, um, who knows?
Well, you had a feel for it, and sometimes that matters, you know? I mean, you're good at it. So I mean, yeah, that was interesting having that 3 month. I mean, I looked at that 3 month Bitcoin chart. I just like was obsessed with it back in like March and April, just seeing how Bitcoin was just kind of trending between like 50 and 64, you know, and it was like, this is not normal. This is not what's supposed to be happening.
Yeah.
Um,
I can't believe you dove into the walking videos on the, because they're kind of hardcore, and they're not really, you know, I'm not on my computer and stuff, but yeah. Um,
well,
seems
I
like,
mean, I thought, you know, your thoughts are very, you know what's fun, you know what's interesting, if you look back at American classic books, like all the books you have to read in, I don't know about Canada, but American classic books, like all the books they make you read in high school, you know, To Kill a Mockingbird, Great Gatsby, all of those books are written, did you know this, by like people who are like 20 to 26 years old, like every
really,
one of them. You'd think that they would all be like, um, you know, like 50-year-old guys or whatever, something like that, but they're none of them are. So I really like listening to you smart guys that are, you know, half my age. I don't have that like fresh insight that you guys have. I'm set in my ways. You know, I mean, I'm like, I do things the same way. And that's a good match for, you know, your insight too. Cause it's like, I have like a different, you know, amount of experience, but no, I think that you're solid, man. I super enjoy your content, and I don't, you probably see me on stream. I don't say that to many people. So anyway, I'll move on from the
I,
flattery.
I, I appreciate that. Also, I remember when Pablo first was, or not first, but I remember his bio was fresh ideas on crypto and stocks. I think his bio said fresh ideas. Maybe it still does. But I think there's a need for fresh ideas. Like, I swear people have been doing the same type of thinking even just for so long. And it's like, it's expired. It's expired thinking. And I do think we need to listen to the younger generation more, because you change the children, you change the world, because that's going to be the world. So there has to be a focus on that. And I'm grateful that we have Blockchain Boy too. He's 20 years old. There's a lot of young crypto creators, but this is bigger than crypto for me. Like, this is just one step of the way, and Blockchain Boy for sure is just one step of what I'm going to do. Yeah.
So what are your plans? Like, what do you have in the works for the next few months? Like, are you going to be, I mean, like, what's your like vision sort of?
Overall vision, or 3 months?
Well, I guess my question is like, what are you most excited about right now about your life, your business, crypto? Like, what has you up at night being like, this is awesome. I'm super into this.
Well, obviously the growth of my pages, it's finally coming to a point where it's like solidifying. And what actually is exciting to me is this ring of creators we're creating, of like, it's like a ring. It's really a ring of crypto people who have audiences. And that really makes me excited, because it basically, and even BitBoy, I applaud BitBoy for taking that 1 million audience and doing the Around the Blockchain show and just spreading it. I don't know if you've seen that, but he really lets he lets all of the crypto content creators come up with him. And I mean, Coin Bureau, they have beef, BitBoy and Coin Bureau, but Coin Bureau does not do that. But overall vision, I'm gonna, basically anyone who comes in contact with my being, whether that be digitally or physically, they're going to transform. That's all I want. And first, I need to do the financial transformation for me, which I already have done. I mean, what 20-year-old drops out of school for his business and then quits the day job, or quits the job, and then moves into this content creation? Like, I've already freed myself, and I know for sure I'm never going back to any type of job ever. So if I can do that at 20, I hope that I give hope to other people that they can do it at whatever age they're at.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Go
For 3-month vision is like, it all depends on the market. Like, if we really enter something horrendous here, then I'm still going to be here. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm still going to be here, because this is bigger than crypto. We can create passive income. You can get helium miners. You can stake your crypto that you have left over. You can transform your mind. You can start learning anything. So I'm going to be here for sure. All of my YouTube audience and everybody knows that this is bigger than crypto for me.
Yeah, well, another thing. So you asked me a minute ago what I liked about your talk when you were on a walk with the Hedera vines, was you said you were recommending to people. You were saying, like, don't just invest in crypto, build a business around crypto. You know, like, there's more opportunity here, and that's like my number one advice, and that's what I did. So like, I had Lyme disease about 20 years ago. You know, you get it from a tick bite, really messes you up. Wow. And I found a guy that had an alternative treatment for it. And I'm not going to mention it so people think I'm trying to sell it or something. It was this guy who had this alternative treatment that healed me. And instead of just moving on with life, I interviewed this guy and wrote a book about it. And that book sold 100,000 copies. And wow. I was able to quit my day job. And then I had other guys coming up to me saying, hey, will you publish my book? And so that advice you gave really resonates with me. Like, find your passion, find what you're into, crypto for you, whatever. And don't just invest in crypto, make a business out of it. Like, whatever it is for somebody listening right now, it might not be crypto. It might be whatever you're doing, whatever you're into, whatever you're passionate about, but see the vision, see the possibility of it. And you're not like trying to hoard the attention. Like, you're telling your followers, like, look, guys, like, start a business around this, like you want the best for your followers.
Yeah. I've said from the beginning, I want to, even if it's just that I inspire somebody to make crypto content. I'm pretty sure Meg, if you've watched her, I was one of the first she watched, and now she's making content. And I really, really encourage that because, first of all, the business opportunity, nobody wants to talk about how much money BitBoy is making. And some of these people, it's just to say it's super duper good. If you know anything about YouTube and how this works, finance channels make the most money. It's basically family channels and then it's finance channels. If you're teaching people finance, YouTube pays you crazy because those advertisers pay them crazy. And if you look at some of these YouTube keywords, it's mind blowing. It's a marketer's dream. Hundreds of thousands of searches per month with very low competition. So if you can really do something in this area, like I encourage all of that. And obviously this ring on TikTok, if you start on TikTok, we can work you in too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. It's funny, like, I didn't even start this channel to make money. I mean, I don't need money. I mean, more money is always better. I can send my kids to a better call. Like, I mean, I'm not going to complain if I make money, but that wasn't what I started. I mean, you can tell by the fact that I'm not that set up. But you're right. I mean, I've had money thrown in my face because I'm a finance, influencer, not quite on your scale yet, but and I mean, yeah, there's money flying at me now for doing this. And so it is totally true that the finance niche is way bigger. Like, my alternative medicine publishing company never had that kind of money. I mean, it did have some money coming, but nothing like this. So that's a good point. Like, if people are interested in this, it's a great time. It's also, I kind of think, like, I wonder what you think, but like, if we're going into a crypto winter or bear market, that's also when there's less competition in the finance industry. I mean, there's going to be a lot of crypto TikTokers who are just like, I'm taking the summer off, or like they start producing less. Like, I can think of a few that I used to watch a lot, and I go on their page now and I haven't seen a video in like 2 weeks now from them. So if somebody wants to start their own, crypto TikTok or YouTube or whatever, like, it's a good time now because everybody's just like, I'm going to the beach.
Yeah. If you stay through the bear market, I mean, that's first of all respect. And like, I mean, if you stay making content through it, that's first of all respect. And for me, it's like the XRP stuff doesn't stop. Like, this is like the government side of it doesn't stop. Any coins involved with the government, it's not going to stop. The news is not going to stop with that, because I think that's the way we're going. So, like, it's such a different landscape. It used to be like super volatile. I feel like just volatility in general is coming down from this in a way. Yeah. But yeah, now's a good opportunity to get in and make some content if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And content is going to make you content. It's in the word. When I make content, you guys watch it and you make me content. And hopefully I'm making you content because I'm making you content. It's all in the words there. So, I mean, get in, so make some crypto content, but first immerse yourself in the world of it. And you probably have, because it's a bull market, or it was a bull market / is coming out of one. So,
yeah, and it's funny, like with the XRP videos that I make, like I made that one XRP video a couple days ago, and man, did I get just slaughtered for that. I mean, but like, people don't understand that part of my reason is to challenge people on their thinking. It's not just like I hate XRP, because it's not true. I hold XRP. I don't have a problem with XRP. But it's also like, if people can come back from a XRP assault and defend the project and still believe in it and come out with a higher conviction behind it, that's good for them. They feel more comfortable with their project. So it kind of grows out of my own investing strategy, which is, you know, I want someone to attack me. You know, if I really love real estate. I can't talk about real estate on here because everybody just logs off. It's just like people that on TikTok think I'm only a crypto creator, which is fine, whatever. But I want to do a real estate seminar. I'm probably going to do one soon, and I want people to assault my real estate paradigm. Like, I want to defend my real estate paradigm. I know I can because I have, and I've owned real estate for a long time now. But like, I get energized off that. Like, if someone's going to come at me and like, I mean, that's where you get the confidence to put the big dollars in. You know, if you're only putting $20 on crypto, you don't need confidence. You don't need belief. You don't need conviction. But if you're putting like big money on crypto, whatever that is for you in your life situation, you need to believe in it. You need to like feel that this is like going places. And so you should welcome, you know, the FUD. And I'm not talking about FUD that's just somebody trying to be a jerk. I mean, like, real thought out, like, you know, an argument against your situation. Like, people should be like enjoying that process. And that's hopefully what I'm doing by, you know, creating those videos, but we'll see.
Well, I saw that one and I really liked it. The recent one you posted, the concept you just talked about of challenging somebody's ideas, because a lot of these people are in echo chambers. They're in an echo chamber. They're watching 6 XRP YouTubers who get on there every day and just tell you exactly what you want to hear. And they're making ad revenue. You want me to blow the top off the whole thing? Do you know how much extra VOD that dude, or XRP Chiz, or Digital Perspectives, Digital whoever, do you know how much money the ad revenue is? These dudes make 2 videos a day, some of them, and they pull 30K views of just brainwashed people who want to hear XRP. Oh, XRP is going to do this. So I want to claim a position right now. I'm the most balanced crypto YouTuber or crypto content creator, because I love taking Bitcoin maxis, taking XRP maxis, and just boom, just hit them like we're trying to combine atoms or something. I love doing that because I do see both sides. And there's literally such hard questions that you could ask an XRP maxi and they wouldn't be able to respond. So there's holes, and I'm sitting in the holes now. Basically, I'm like digging in the holes as of right in this current moment, because of this JPM coins resurfacing, which I did hear about back when it's first like popped out. Now it's resurfacing. There's legitimate holes, and I've gotten like trash for this already, because first of all, I told my exit strategy for XRP. I changed it up, and basically when it hits all-time high, I'm selling 20 to 40% of my. But see, I'm saying that in the present moment, but I'm still gonna play it day by day. Like, obviously, as soon as it breaks 382, I'm not selling. I'm gonna ladder sell. I'm gonna sell little chunks, of course. But I came out saying that, and now I've got a bunch of people who are saying you flipped. You're not believing in XRP anymore, and they've got it twisted. They've definitely got it twisted. It's just that I want to take more profit. How could you be mad at someone for wanting to take more profit? It's pretty dumb.
Yeah, especially in the crypto space where it's so volatile.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean that's the thing about crypto is there are so many like fundamentalists or maxis or whatever you want to call them who are just so into one single project. And that's new for me, coming from the stock market and coming from real estate. You don't have that there. And since crypto is also a financial market, I wouldn't necessarily support people being so, you know, diehard, so committed. On the other hand, I do totally understand, you know, the Gen Z or whatever, like the position that like crypto is the new opportunity for young people. I totally get that. I mean, it was no different for me when I was young. I was looking for what my game plan was and what my exit strategy was. And, you know, I mean, I totally get that. So I get the passion, but yeah, I mean, people can still lose money. You know, that's the thing is you can lose money in crypto. And so just, be careful who you listen to, be careful what maxis or what, I call them fundamentalists. It's like the fundamental Bible believers who, I'm a Christian, I believe in the Bible, but I'm not a fundamentalist to the point where I'm like cultish about it and like won't listen to anyone else and think that like, it's so literal that everyone else is just an idiot, and so, yeah, it's a dangerous place for people to be. That's why I think, yeah, the XRP especially has that vibe to it, and I've just been trying to highlight that in some of my XRP videos.
Well,
Not yeah.
Imagine if when the stock market started, we had TikTok. Like it would be, and social media, it'd be the same thing. There would be cultish followings around things like Apple or whatever. When it first started, though, I'm talking, because crypto has basically just first started, and it's been a combined thing with social media. And actually, I think the price might actually currently be like propped up by social media influencers. There might be a layer of money that's simply from social media, because you've got the world's richest man, right? Elon Musk, of course, tweeting and doing all this, making it mainstream. But there might be a little layer of this money that's like it's currently just being propped up maybe by social media. But I always imagine at the beginning of that stock market, it would have been the same with these kind of religious following on certain coins. And I do agree XRP is basically a cult. There is a very inner ring. I've penetrated all the way into the middle of that ring. I've been in the spiritual side of it too, because these people are weird. And I'm weird too. So I'm in there, but it was keeping me up all night. To be honest, they're doing riddles. They're doing anonymous XRP accounts that are supposedly one of the developers, and he's anonymous, and he's giving you codes and all this crazy stuff, which I did witness 2 of those come true right in front of my eyes. But that stuff was keeping me up, so I had to get out there, and then I started making content, obviously, so I had to tone it back on that type of stuff.
Yeah, that was another great insight that you just dropped right there, that social media and its impact on crypto. Because you're right. Like when I was a kid, the Wall Street Journal was like what people read, and they checked stock prices, and it wasn't hype, and it wasn't like based on like influencers with personalities that like people are all like on top of. Like a lot of the top influencers, they're like charismatic, they're kind of celebrity like they're attractive, they're like really good speakers, whatever. And that never used to drive like investing fundamentals. It was just like Wall Street Journal like charts of like numbers, and so you see, that's another thing, like Mason, that you just see that, and you're totally right on the money about that. And the fact that you're willing to even just be transparent and admit that about social media, TikTok, and everything, that's totally a new vibe. It's like popularization of investing. Whoever's the most. It's kind of like this contest of whoever's the most popular, or whoever's whatever. And then like the paid marketing is out of control. Oh my gosh, some of these A-list celebrities that have 5-10 million followers, they're getting paid to shill like shit coins and stuff. And like it was Kardashian or somebody. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like they don't even know. That should be illegal. It's just wrong.
There's something going on with I think Elon is contributing to this too. He's pushing the SEC to take action on. I think you're about to see like a influencer reckoning as well, of like, you cannot be just tweeting out buy tits coin and just buy this right now, like buy safe Doge. You can't be like, that's like highly illegal basically. And then not disclosing it's a paid promo. I've seen tons of these celebrities not even disclose that it's paid. There's about to be crazy reckoning on that. And Zach, I saw you in the chat. He says the riddlers are right. They've been right like twice. So I just don't see the point. Just come with the truth. I'm out here trying to come with my truth. Just why do you have to riddle about it? Just come with the truth. Like make an AI character that says the truth. You don't have to come on with face. Make an AI. We could do that now. So I don't know why they wouldn't just. Why do they have to riddle about it? That's what I don't get. And then they're leading people like this in circles, and you just keep going in circles and circles.
You know what's interesting? I'm actually somebody just said this in my chat, and they're actually really, this is so accurate. Apple Computer actually was a lot like XRP 10 years ago when iPhone came out. I mean, Apple, the way that there was a cult following with Apple, and like the way that people overlooked problems with their products, like the fact that there was no removable battery, or like all these issues with like iPhones. Oh my gosh, like people did not care. They were like passing out and, you know, screaming, and like they were at like a concert when like Steve Jobs would take the stage. I mean, it was like a frenzy, you know. And guess what? Apple built that into being the biggest company in the world. So it worked for them.
Hey, I've said before on my Twitter months ago that you could probably go find the tweet. Ripple, right? You already hear it. Ripple is the Apple of payments. I've said that multiple times, and honestly, it's like I don't see how it's inaccurate, but I mean, I don't know. There's so much doubt in the air of XRP right now, and I feel like it's low key only on TikTok because it has translated to Twitter. I've been watching, but mainly it's a TikTok phenomenon right now.
Interesting.
But that's interesting on the Apple. That person brought that up, the Apple computer.
Yeah, it's just, you know, I mean, you gotta to have a world-changing, life-changing company like that. I mean, you need strong technology, strong, you know, use case, whatever, but you also need that marketing, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know, XRP, to me, like the idea of XRP is fantastic, and is, you know, definitely going to do as well as all the XRP people say. I don't have a problem with that at all. My only thing is, you know, crypto's so new, and the great ideas don't always take hold on the first try. You know, sometimes XRP sets the vision, and then, you know, someone else comes in, and I'm not saying it's to be JPM coin, stupid example, but that could happen, or it might not happen. I don't know, but that's just.
But I think Bitcoin is the first try. Every time that a Ripple CEO, which is Brad Garlinghouse, every time he gets on the news, mainstream news, they say, "Hey, Brad, is this perhaps a better Bitcoin? What is the competition of this and Bitcoin?" Every time they get on mainstream news, it's the reporter who's interviewing him. They get up there and they say, "So what is the energy comparison with Bitcoin? What is this compared to Bitcoin?" It seems like they're framing it as like I imagine, because my dad was the one who showed me Ripple. He showed me Ripple. He's like, "Mason, look, in 2017, this is the bank one. Like, these people are actually, it looks like they're doing something. They have big partnerships." And that spiraled me into my research. But I think that older generation, if they heard something like as big as Bitcoin has been blasted, like everybody has heard the name Bitcoin. But if they blasted something like XRP to the older generation, I feel like they would be like, "Wow, this is with the banks? I already trust my bank." Because that was what my dad was like. He was like, "Well, he trashes Bitcoin, by the way. He's like, does not make sense to him." But I feel like if they did that same type of blast with it, a lot of the older generation would be okay with it. But I'm not sure. I do think Bitcoin, there's a whole thing going on with that. Bitcoin is the test run. And some of this, like, there's all these things, like the bitcoin.com domain was registered in one of the same offices that the Ripple project was going on in. There's all this crazy stuff. So I would say Bitcoin is that first test, but then again, Ripple is actually older than Bitcoin, I believe. Um, Maybe even XRP is older. I think it is Ripple, though, that's older.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. So what do you think about the idea that retail investors can hold XRP as an investment and, not only change the price of it because, whoever's holding it, but why would the banks want to let third-party investors hold it? Now, in XRP's defense, I do see the logic of it because, like you said, Nostra Vostra or whatever, how do you say it?
Nostro Vostro, yeah.
Nostra Vostro, which you're right on the money about that. Like that's exactly right. That that's the right conversation to be having. And it makes sense that if Ripple's going to be a third party and not connected to any bank, it's going to be its own entity. Then the investors would kind of prop it up and allow it to be a standalone thing. But like, what's your logic for why the banks are going to allow investors to own this currency or own this? Like, I'm just curious.
Well, that's the stumping question. I've been literally contemplating this for the past 3 days. Why are they letting, like you just said, why are they letting retail hoard this? And the only thing I come back to is like, maybe for once they wanted a fair playing field to where like, if there is anybody who can actually see past this hate and see past the centralization, they do have a chance. And I do believe there's going to be way more shakeouts of this. None of these desperate people are getting rich off XRP. You're not going to make it, first of all. They're probably going to make you wait. This will probably lose me some followers. They'll probably make you wait 5 to 10 more years, folks. They don't care about you getting your little Lambo. They don't care. They have all the money in the world. They can make you wait another 10 years. So most people, even if it does go to 10,000 or whatever, you're not making it there. So as for why they got the retail, I don't even know. That's the question that's been stumping me. There's this whole level playing field phrase going around. You've seen Trump use it. You've seen Biden. All of them say level playing field. All of them, everywhere. You see Brad Garlinghouse use it. Christine Lagarde. All of them say level playing field. So maybe they wanted the first time where we actually, the people get a chance to hold something like this or amass wealth off something like this. That's the only thing I come back to, and I highly doubt it. I highly doubt that they let us in. And then one more thing. What if Ripple is forced to burn the XRP that they have or do something with that? Because then the retail would be the only ones left holding the remaining XRP. And that's the XRP that the banks need, right? Why would they let us have some of this? It doesn't make sense to me. But if they have to burn that or something happens to that escrow, like, are the banks going to do a buyback and try to buy back our XRP? Because if so, I'm throwing out my middle finger to the banks and I'm saying 10,000 a coin or you're not getting any. And we will all do that. So if you want to pay 10,000 for my XRPs to use this, which wouldn't make sense, but yeah, that's a question that has been stumping me. I've never seen anybody answer it. Why would they let you? Why would they let you get into this?
Yeah, Crypto Weatherman did that interview with the HBAR CEO a few days ago. It'd be interesting if somebody did an interview with the Ripple team, which I am not familiar with at all. I don't know anything about it, but because I would really love to understand the economics of that question that you just discussed. I'm sure there's an answer. I mean, I'm not saying that they don't have a plan and that it's ridiculous. Like there probably is some kind of logical answer for that. But I just don't know what it is. It'll be interesting to learn about that. I have to say that when I put that video out attacking XRP, not because I really don't like XRP, but because I thought, hey, we need to have this conversation. I really was surprised at how well people defended it. I actually thought that I actually am more of a believer in XRP now than I was before. I was like, I feel like everybody did a good job defending it. So that was actually kind of exciting to see.
Yeah. That's like, well, they have done interviews with Brad, and they actually let one of us YouTubers do it as well. They picked thinking crypto, and of course they didn't pick me because I would be asking weird things, and they've probably watched my videos and seen how weird I am about it, like my old videos. But they did do interview with Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz, two with David Schwartz, who created the XRP ledger. Forbes has named him the $1 trillion man. Don't know why, but that's pretty crazy. He's a super genius. And then they did one with Brad. Yeah, but there's always this one video I direct everyone to, which is not on my channel. It's on Quantum XRP's channel, and I highly recommend everyone go watch that. It's like an hour 40 of just compiled clips. And if you put the time in, you'll probably come out with a changed mind.
That's good to know. Yeah, that's what I think a lot of people are missing on TikTok is everybody's getting used to like trying to learn everything in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, they watch like a 30-second video, and it's like sometimes you just need to do the research and watch like a 2-hour video and really I mean, TikTok is teaching our brains how to be totally like attention deficit, and it's bad. You know, it's really not good for especially crypto, where people really need to be doing the deep dive research in, you know, you don't really need to do deep dive research with like the stock market. Most of the larger companies like Apple or something, I mean, they're so well established that they're basically, you know, owning Apple is like owning like General Mills, or like owning, you know, like Ford or something. But like with crypto, people should really be doing the deep dive research and really like, you know, seeing hey man, I gotta one of the things about being a boomer, and I'm not really a boomer, my teenager calls me that, it's kind of annoying. I'm 42, I'm a whatever millennial, but I gotta run because my my kids are starting to do dinner time routine and everything. But it was cool hanging out. I like this conversation. We should do this again.
Hell yeah. Thank you for coming on. And have a nice dinner if that's what you're doing. So peace out. We'll definitely hop on again. I want to hop on with Pablo too. We're supposed to, but I was suspended from live. So thank you for coming on. Nice to meet you as well. And peace out.
You too, Mason. Talk to you soon.
Yep. Bryan, absolute GOAT.